Alright, welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 135. Doesn't take you away. I think we are going to hold off on this. Well, because basically it was getting kind of late last night, so I basically watched some episodes. I basically am covering this one on the third voyage, which by the way was the second to most recent set of episodes released. Yes. And this set had released, it was episodes 1109 to 1122. Now, the thing with 1122 is that after the episode was released, the series went on I think it was like a 4 or 5 month, it was like a 6-month hiatus. It was the hiatus for quite a while because, I think I remember correctly, I think they went hiatus. It wasn't production issues. No, it wasn't production issues. It was, I think because they're catching it a little too quickly to the manga, so they want to put this book thing on hiatus, and you probably give the animators a break. But hey, we still have One Piece manga released that period of time. So, with this particular one, we're discussing episodes 1109 to 1114. Yes, it is roughly 6 episodes discussing here. So, let's talk about basically stuff with the outside stuff first, then we get to the Egghead stuff. So, Himepo basically is crying in the cafeteria about the fact that they couldn't go get Kobe, and then Garp shows up, Himepo's mentor. So Garp takes Himepo, Hiyori, Prince Gulas, and Prince Gulas, Hiyori, X-Drake is still missing. He doesn't show up again until like the end of the arc. It was one other person here, and that is Kidru, this beautiful woman who is the granddaughter of Vice Admiral Tatsuru, who is known as the Great Staff Officer. Yeah, and get this. She's voiced by Mallory Roddick. No, not Tatsuru. Oh no, Tatsuru's voiced by somebody else. Kidru, she's voiced by Mallory Roddick. But yeah, she made her debut in 1000, but she didn't speak. So now she's appearing here, and then she's basically whipping buildings. Yes, she's whipping buildings. Prince Gulas shows off his ability, which is basically goo. Hiyori basically is a sniper. And of course, Kobe is found by Panora! Yes! Which you're probably thinking, like, it's been a while since she was last seen. I don't think it's been that long, per se. Like, if you're really curious, how long had it been since she was last seen in the series? Well, she was briefly seen in Wano, back in episode 917. Which, by the way, for the episodes we're here in this episode, that was back in January 2020. When she returned for episode 1113. This was her first appearance in the anime in 4 years. Not counting One Piece Red. Because it's not canon. So basically, she frees Kobe so she can freeze Moria. He, of course, frees some slaves. Presumably, he freed Moria, and then, of course, they chase around the island, and, of course, basically, he runs to a big-breasted woman. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Because Kobe is a complete gentleman. And then, of course, basically, everyone's chasing after him. And then some explosions happen because Garp is there with his reinforcements. We also have some other Marines who pop up here at this island. Oh, yes. Oh yeah, Tashiki's here on the ship, and of course Garp basically, when he lands the ship on the island, it's like, I only demolished a few buildings. What's listen to my touch? And the guy's like, really? You demolished the freaking island? Yes. Yeah, and then of course Hebe basically gets it's Himeppo, and they're running their ship, and then she gets frozen by Aokiji. There's a flashback here where Aokiji, when he first met the Black Pirates, he apparently froze the guy who's basically the giant one, and they sort of have a conversation. Start to, anyways. This is actually followed up later, but that's the outside stuff that I could think of. So on the island itself, where I think it's Frankie, Usopp, and Lilith get turned to stone by S Snake. Oh, S Snake also destroys Progress. Yep, destroys his head. Of course, they find his body, but basically he's a robot. So they find he's basically walking with his head, and then his head is destroyed by S Snake. Sanji shows up to protect Nami from S Shark, and Nami, of course, is basically, well, basically around on her own. Luffy, of course, is not too much anything. Well, basically, he's still taking on S Bear, while Zoro takes on S Hawk. Meanwhile, though, Sheka the Good, he's like, I have one more place to check. Can you keep my stuff here? Sure. And of course, S-Hawk tries to attack him, but look at basically Zoro. And then you have Shika going down the stairs to the basin, because that's the only place they have not checked yet. He gets there. By the way, it's discovered that this is where the missing CP agents are. And off in their take is Vegapunk himself, where he's chained up. And Shika's like, yeah, I'm going to let you go. And then he's shot in the head by the person behind this craziness, York. And the reason why, she wants to become a world noble. And of course, Vegapunk refers to them as leeches, which that's accurate description because they're all a bunch of massive dicks. So then we detail this whole plan where she had contacted covertly the World Elders about the fact that, oh, Vegapunk is researching the Forbidden Century. They send CP5. They find nothing, and then they disappear. And then CP7, CP8, basically there. Same thing. That's when they send Rob Lucci. Also, we detail basically the whole thing with the Seraphim, where basically they attack any place they want to. There's just two places you can't attack. Also, S-Snake, I need you to turn me to stone, and then turn me back when no one's looking. That explains why basically she'd ever be out of stone. Because you watch the anime, like, wait, when did she get out? I thought she was petrified. Nope, they explain here basically she planned to be released, like, when no one's looking. So, I would say the only thing really plot development wise, stuff with Kobe and the stuff with, well, the Seraphim, basically. We're holding off on that for a little bit because we're about to have a confrontation between Garp and Aokiji. Yep. But we're going to hold off on that for a little bit because we're going to watch, because basically I just started watching right now. My into-depth ability is overpowered. I'm going to review that next. Once the anime is completed, I'll come back this one to finish up the reading for this voyage, for the third voyage. I think it's like 8 episodes, I believe it is. Yeah, roughly 8 more episodes. And then basically I'll start my next anime afterwards, okay? So yeah, that's basically it. Took a review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. See you in the next video. Bye.